Howdy YouTube, I'm here with my good friend Paul Neeson. Neeson's a longtime friend of the place where I work, and I've known him personally for several years. And Paul lives a really different kind of lifestyle. He lives more the kind of lifestyle that I think people should be living. So I want to talk to him about what he's doing here. He actually used to live in a van himself. He was telling me about his days in a Dodge Caravan. Where were you when you did that?
I was in New York City, but I actually traveled the country.
Yeah. So you look at this guy beside me, he might not look like he's a stockbroker or something, but that's what he used to do.
I didn't look like this back then.
Yeah. He escaped the rat race how long ago now?
Oh, it's been over 20, 25 years, I think.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about that adventure.
Well, I grew up working on Wall Street in New York City and just doing like everyone else did, the 9-to-5 job, and trying to make it work, spending more time traveling than I was doing anything that I really loved to do. And then I got really sick with something called inflammatory bowel disease, also known as ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease. And I went to the doctor, and everything she told me to do wasn't working. So I got smart. I started to do the opposite, and I started to get better. And I found this place called Hippocrates Health Institute in West Palm Beach, Florida. And it's a raw food health spa that they help people with cancer and all of the diseases. It's actually where you work.
Yep.
And I went there, and against my doctor's advice, I started on a raw vegan diet. And I got better from this so-called incurable disease. So I couldn't go back to work on Wall Street after that. I interviewed a lot of people who had been doing this for a long time, and I actually left Wall Street, and I actually wrote a book. And now, many years later, I've written 8 books. I became a raw food chef. I had a raw food restaurant in New York City, and I've just learned to enjoy living the life of a minimalist, and just being in nature and just enjoying things of nature instead of being stuck in a building with windows that don't even open.
I think when people come from making a lot of money like you used to make in Wall Street, I'm sure, doing those kind of jobs, and then you said, well, I'm just going to go out on a limb and I'm going to just write health books or make a restaurant with this kind of cuisine that hardly any people even know about. What allowed you to take that leap of faith and overcome that?
Well, for me, it was about, freedom and being free, and I was so stuck to my job. And there wasn't any fear because I wasn't really tied down to begin with. So I just wanted to find a way to travel as much as possible and see the world as much as possible. And I had to quit my job to do that, and I also had to figure out a way to do that efficiently, to be able to support doing that. And once I found out how to do those things, everything in life changed because basically that's all life is figuring out how to do something and creating the means to do it. And the less money you're spending and enjoying life, the easier it becomes to do that. So if I wanted to live an elaborate lifestyle now, it'd be much harder to do what I do. But for me, it's elaborate because I love walking barefoot, I love eating food off trees, and so on. If I wanted the finest restaurants every night and all this stuff, yeah, it creates a challenge.
Well, he's living proof that 20 years later, he's still alive. He hasn't starved to death. He's one of the happiest guys I know, leading a fulfilled life. And we're also going to show you here, Paul's got an amazing garden in his backyard.
And I'll show you in the back what I've done in the front, and anyone can do it. You don't need a big space. I mean, I used to have even smaller space, not even a couple of square feet. And a fellow told me, who's been doing this a long time, he said, every single thing you need to eat can be grown in this, if you do it efficiently, it can be grown in this little space. And it's been, less than 2 years I've been here.
I think you'll still be able to see what the possibilities are and all the food he's going to be able to produce here, just in a normal size lot. What size is this lot that you're on?
Quarter acre.
Quarter acre, so that's pretty typical.
And now I've expanded where I have a whole community of people in a community garden and so on. So as I was saying, this is a mamey tree. It grows here in South Florida, and there's a banana tree behind it, and then a coconut tree there. Yeah, and I strategically planted all of these trees in these different areas with the help of a guy who's been doing this for many, many years. And I have enough space. Now, these trees all grow really big if you let them, but I can control it, and I'm not planning on letting them grow tall at all. This one is a avocado. I have 4 avocado trees as well, different seasons, so I'll always have avocados available. So there's 2 other mangoes. One of the actual mango trees actually has mangoes on it now. That's an early season mango. Most of the mango trees here in South Florida are starting to grow mangoes. This is an early one. This is a Glen mango.
Very cool.
This is a lemon meringue. This is my favorite mango, lemon meringue. And we got some papayas growing there. This is a a lychee tree. I love lychee, so that's going to grow really nice. And this whole back wall is passion fruit. And we have a sugar apple right here. This is a white sapote, another one of my favorites. And you can see the whole wall is passion fruit. This is a longan tree, very nice.
Now, what's the difference between a longan and a lychee?
Oh, a longan is brown and a lychee is red. Same family. I think a lychee is sweeter and has more fruit on it.
Okay.
But they're both wonderful fruits. This was the first tree I planted, and this is a lemon tree. I think lemons and avocados are the most practical foods that I eat on a regular basis. Everything else is kind of like fun food, but the lemon and avocado are really sustenance that I use, and they're quite expensive in the store to get organic lemons and avocados in general. You can't always find in the stores. And here we got this is another avocado tree, another season, different avocado tree. We have tomatoes variously growing in different parts of the yard here. And these are my favorites of all. This is the soursop tree, also known as the guanabana, and there's actually a picture here of it. And I absolutely love these. And my neighbor has one. I love them so much I planted 3 of them right in the rows next to each other. And there's some bigger watermelons growing right there. There's 3, but there's 2 big ones. And there's more over there in those areas. So these 3 were the sapodillas. I put another papaya tree here, and then finally I have a jackfruit tree here.
Jackfruit tree.
And that's pretty much it. That's the tour.
Okay, guys. I know the big question you're going to have for Paul is, how much time does he have to spend taking care of all this?
It is time consuming. Once I got the water in here, it's much easier. And just keeping up with the outside of the tree and making sure the stuff doesn't grow. Oh, it's a couple hours a week maybe at this point.
Would you say that's necessarily more than people spend when they have a grass yard to maintain?
Well, most people that have grass yards pay somebody to mow the lawn.
Right.
Yeah.
But if they were to do it themselves, I don't think you really spend any more time than they would.
No, not at all. And it's a lot more fun to do this because you get something out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm really, my main goal in life is I would say I have 2. One is I want to be as healthy as possible, but I also, in my path and in my journey, I discovered the world's greatest health book, and I discovered the Bible, and it's really transformed my life on every level. And so another goal of mine is to let people know that there's, as the Bible says, a more excellent way, and many people are stuck leaving things up to themselves, but we have a Savior who just really transformed my life. So those are my main goals. So I'm being healthy, and I'm following the guidelines of the Creator, who said He knows every hair on our head and He formed us in the womb. He gave us the flowers and the plants and the fruits and vegetables that grow in the tree. There's a verse in the Bible, Genesis 1:29, and it says, "The food for man is fruits and vegetables." And when I read that and I look at a fruit growing on a tree and I see how amazing it is, that it just comes from a little seed and then you have the most amazing, beautiful fruit. And you look at a flower, how beautiful it is. That's real art, and He's our artist, and He's given us, these bodies and this food to nourish it, and it's just really an amazing big picture that so many people are missing because they're stuck in their house and they're stuck watching a box that is giving them ideas that are keeping them away from doing things like you and I are doing.
All right, Paul, thanks for talking with us here today. If anybody wants to check out Paul's YouTube channels, he's got a lot. Let's hear what your channels are.
Well, basically, if you go to healthwatchman.com, that'll lead you to my main channels, which is my health show, my health videos on YouTube, which is Raw Life Health Show on YouTube. And then I have a Bible channel, which is the Health Watchman, and still on Health Watchman, it'll lead you there. I also have a channel that talks about the beard. I have a channel that talks about metal detecting. I have several different channels that talk about a lot of interesting things, and so just check me out on my website or contact me. I'm on Facebook as well, Paul Nison, Nison.
That's great. Your beard's so big it needs its own channel.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, he also just did an interview of me that I'll put a link to here. and you can check his channel out through that as well. So definitely give Paul a look. He's got a lot of great information for people who want to just live simply or become more healthy or more spiritual or whatever their path is. See you next time.